I watch a new film every other day, and today I watched the movie The Masked King that is now streaming on Cover. I missed this film when it was in cinemas last year, and honestly, you guys, if you're following the VDK Film Club, you know that every other day we pick a new film, and we enter with high hopes. But sometimes we come out and we say, "Hey, now wow, now the film be that." But then there are days like today when you watch it and you're like, "Wow, that pleasantly surprised." This film, basically, what is it about? It's about a king in a land and they are kind of having old practices and then what happens when those practices come home or the people now don't really want that but the king is not really willing to change, and how does this whole dynamic on the personal front, on the society front, like what happens? Like, I don't want to give you any spoilers because this is the non-spoiler section, but this is a film that kind of explores that whole thought process. It stars Shaffy Bello that said, "You people keep saying that now only Bujiro say I they always act one way. Make a show on something." Because Shaffy Bello said, "Let me show people that I am an actress. Let me show you all that I am an actress." And Shaffy Bello acted. Gideon Okeke. When I saw the trailer, I didn't even know that that was Gideon. Like, I didn't even know that it was him. I love Gideon Okeke's acting. Like, I think he's one actor that I just really love how he can just let himself be very loose with the role. Gideon Okeke really has an ability to always commit and just let himself be free. Like, he's very free with his body and his acting and his expression, and he just lets you go for the role. And he did that here as well. And I just really like Gideon Okeke's acting. Of course, our girl Uche Montana is in this, and as per usual, Uche killed her role. Daniel Etim also did well. The film is a good time. Like, well, good time makes it sound like it's very fun. It's entertaining to watch, but it's also it has a story that it's telling, and the story is timely. It's good on a visual level. It really works. The colors are good. The wardrobe is good. The scenery is good. Like, they really, really like delivered on this. Having come out now from watching this film, I'm like, wow, that was a lot better than I thought it would even be. So, like, definitely check out The Masking. Now, if you have watched this film and you're ready to talk about it now with spoilers so that we can get into it well, then spoilers ahead. Let us go. The first thing that I want to talk about is the barbaric practices of like sacrifices and the eradication of twins. And watching it, obviously now in 2026, it's such a like, I can't believe people used to do this. But once upon a time, this really was real. And of course, now in 2026, we are seeing how this kind of idea too of othering people and then like chastising them or ending them or eradicating them, like it still kind of permeates, but just not with twins. And it's just insane to watch it now and be like, wow, people used to really do this. The other thing I want to say is that like it's wild how this was perpetuated by men. Like, there was something wild watching this, that like, now me the woman we give birth to the twins, now me we carry them 9 months, now me we bleed for table, then now you, my brother, a man in the kingdom, that will now come and snatch my own children from me in sake for the sake of we are cleansing the land. It's actually insane. Like, just the amount of authority that men were having over the women's bodies, even kind of today. But anyway, the other thing that I want to talk about is people running their own agenda. We see Akabon played by Jude Chukwuka and how he was just running his own thing. He had his own agenda and he was just using King Answer like a puppet. Like, when even the people that were trying to liberate the people, sacrifice the people that are the slave traders and then tells that one person to go and, tell the tale. And the way Akabom just makes that man twist the whole story, then the answer no go even ask question, you just start running. Like, answer was really just, he wasn't a good king at all. Like, his insistence on not listening to anybody, the way power really corrupted him to the depth. Like, your own sister too, your mother is begging you, you're saying I love my sister, but you can't just, you're so unwilling to let women be seen as equals, you're so unwilling to let twins live, you're so unwilling to just take counsel from anybody that is a woman first of all, and then you're just so, bad leadership is so painful because he really got power hungry. Like, even telling people, oh yeah, round up the villagers, my own people, and if they are not willing to denounce the faith that they have chosen, assassinate them, remove them. I'm like, what? He really got power hungry, and it's just so sad and painful how power can really just corrupt people, like really, really corrupt. Speaking of the Masked King and King Answer, the thing I want to also talk about is I did not see the Masked King revelation coming, because when we first see the prophecy and we hear it, right, I'm thinking that it is King Answer and Uche Montana's character, his sister. Like, I'm thinking, okay, she gave birth to two. Maybe Uche's character will be the one that's the good, and then Answer, Daniel Etim's character, will be the one that is bad. So when Uche's character now goes, like, she, dies in the film, I was like, oh, so how is this? How is the prophecy going to be? I don't know why my brain didn't even think that the masking. So when they do the revelation, I'm like, oh, now you. Speaking about that, dude, watching it, especially when it first started, I was like, Daniel Etim's acting as King Answer. I was like, Daniel is not really giving me much. He's kind of just like reading the lines. As far as I'm concerned, I was like, Daniel is not acting the way he's supposed to. But then once that revelation now happened, and we kind of see him King Answer kind of descend into madness. I was like, oh, okay, he was kind of trying to play it cool at the beginning so that we kind of see him progressively get more unhinged. So I was like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense because, at the beginning where you're kind of saying that King Answer is kind of well spoken, kinikon, kinikon. And then at the end, when the Masked King now takes over, and he obviously his English is kind of like butchered, is is not the best, it's not the most fluent. You're like, okay, you're not kind of seeing the differences that Daniel was trying to put into the two characters. I was like, oh, okay, that kind of explains why his acting felt a bit just Daniel Etim-Effiong to me in the first part. But I was like, oh, okay, he was trying to do something with trying to play them differently. Gotcha. But overall, I thought that revelation was well done. I'm very curious to know what you thought about Daniel's acting actually of the two roles. Please let me know. Overall, I really actually enjoyed The Masked King. Like, I entered with, again, as I said, moderate expectations. And having finished it now, I was like, yeah, that was like a proper film. Like, they did well. It didn't run on too long. The wardrobe team, the colors, the story, the revelations, the theme and of the barbaric acts and how we need to be done with them and how power can corrupt and like it's really layered with a couple of things and it just ended up being such a treat. Like I really really enjoyed this film. Shout out to everybody that was a part of making this film. Like what a good film that really pleasantly surprised me. If you have watched The Masking, please let me know what you think about it in the comment section. I'm very curious to see what you thought. Also, if you've watched this whole video and have no idea who I am, my name is VDK. I'm the curator of the VDK Film Club, where every other day we watch something new. Since you've already reached this point, that means you're already part of us. So come along, join us. We are watching fun things. All right. Until the next film that I watch and the next video that I make, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.